Get my coffee ready. It's Monday. Oh, you go back to sleep. I have to shave. Oh, hard. Fortunately, it is not 95 degrees anymore. That was a brutal hot weekend. All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Today is Monday, July 22nd, 2019. My name is Jeremy, and this is my first cup of coffee. Well, I feel good. I had a great weekend. So, this past weekend was Kempo Jiu-Jitsu summer camp, which was great. Not as intense as prior years due to the fact that it was absolutely brutally hot and we train outside. For a little bit of training on Friday night. Training Saturday, and typically we would train Sunday. However, due to the heat, at least one of the new black belts dealing with some degree of heat exhaustion, and the fact that there were thunderstorms predicted for the morning, at least as of Saturday night, we called Sunday off. But it was a good time. Did a little bit of teaching myself. Worked on some good jiu-jitsu stuff, and just had a nice time with these people. These are good people, good friends, good training partners, and was honored to participate in the black belt promotion ceremony. 3 new black belts, so that's pretty cool. And let's see. So that was much of Saturday. Got a little bit of time to hang out with some friends Friday, Saturday, and since Sunday was called off, got to hang out. We did have some thunderstorms in the evening, really fast, really heavy rain, but did some chores, went swimming, went out to dinner. It's a good time. I feel out of it. I feel a little spacey. I was up a little late because I didn't feel like going. Oh yeah, I didn't feel like going to bed. What can you do, right? But it was a good weekend. Hope you all had a good weekend. Got a couple interviews coming up today. One of them, knock on wood, it's the coffee table. It's made of wood. Fingers crossed on this one. This is a big one. This is a big one. This is like third attempt at getting this person. Hopefully it happens. Today, being Monday, we released an episode. Today's interview of Martial Arts Radio is with crew Chris Ballard, a gentleman who I still haven't met in person, even though he runs a school 45 minutes away. Tons of mutual friends, and I loved our conversation. So, bottom line, watch it here on Martial Arts Radio, watch it in your podcast feed, watch it at whistlekickmartialartsradio.com. Just watch it. Listen to it. I don't know why I'm saying watch it. Probably because we're doing a video show right now. Listen to it, because we don't usually do video for Martial Arts Radio. Because it's far more complicated. The things you got to worry about for a video show. So much more to worry about. For example, doing a live, this is live, that's not live. Can you see I'm not awake yet? Doing a video interview show while I wore a bathrobe would probably not be appropriate. No, it would definitely not be appropriate. Somehow it's appropriate for this show though, because this is what we've made it. There, I'll get a little closer to the camera. Came up, it said, reconnecting. And then it sat there for a minute, so I had to close it and then reopen it, and somehow it reconnected me. So hopefully people come back. What was that? Stacy says, wear those formal pajamas. Yeah, I could wear those pajamas that are like a tuxedo. Anyway, I got some questions from you all. I apologize if that just happened with the video stream. Super annoying, but I can't fix YouTube. So let's look at these questions. Remember, if you want to ask questions, do it below. What is your favorite Bruce Lee movie? Enter the Dragon. I have this theory about Bruce Lee movies. Everyone's favorite Bruce Lee movie is the first Bruce Lee movie that they saw. First Bruce Lee movie I saw was Enter the Dragon. And yeah, it just, when we talk about it at Martial Arts Radio, when people start talking about Bruce Lee movies, Enter the Dragon seems to be the most popular one. And it seems to be the first one that people saw. It's a good movie. I'm not going to say it's a great movie. I like it. I liked it when I saw it. But there's a quality to movies, not just martial arts movies from the 70s, that doesn't really jive with me that well. I don't know. A lot of things from the 70s and the early 80s just don't work for me. There's a... When you look at martial arts books, when you look at the fact that monthly I seem to get a martial arts book from someone who's interested in being on the show, or just a publisher who wants me to read a book. I dropped again? I'm not live now? Well, I'm just going to keep going and hope that at least it'll upload later. What was I saying? Publishers sending books that, well, I'm glad I'm back now. It does not appear to be my internet, but I can't confirm that. So, sorry. This is one of the challenges of doing a live show, right? Is that sometimes things don't work. Ah, that's annoying. All right, hold on. Pause. I'm going to re-answer that question. All right. So I get people sending me their books, publishers sending books for authors they represent, and I just don't have time to read them all. In fact, I was cleaning out my bookshelf, and there are a lot of martial arts books. Lots of martial arts books. Scott says he just reloaded the page and it seemed to help. Cool. A lot of these books have been signed. They're books from people who've been on the show. And they sent me a copy and wrote something to me inside. You know, Jun Rhee sent me his book. The late Grandmaster Jun Rhee sent me his book. You know, and I'm always honored when someone sends me a book. I love books. In fact, one of my dreams is a cabin in the woods, which I kind of have. It's not quite a cabin, but I like to pretend it's a cabin because see the wood paneling? We can pretend that that's actual wood. And no TV and just read. But I don't have that kind of lifestyle. Maybe someday I will. And then the last book, the last question today. What aspect of martial arts do you most enjoy reading books about? No surprise here. I love stories. I love reading about stories. Like Louis Martin's book, The True Believers. I really enjoyed reading that. What was the other one I read not too long ago? I don't remember. My brain is not firing today. Today, it's gonna be a rough morning. I'm gonna need more coffee. Oh well. At this stage in my life, I enjoy books. However, reading is not going to be a priority over pretty much anything else for me, which means, do I read or do I sleep? I almost always choose sleep. Now, I did bring my Kindle to the beach yesterday. I just didn't end up reading. We weren't there that long. I read on planes. When I was in Costa Rica last month, I read before I went to sleep each night. The book I'm working on right now is it's the memoirs of Michael Crichton, the guy who wrote Jurassic Park and a bunch of other things. I've been on a wicked Michael Crichton kick for about a year. He wrote a lot, so I'm just kind of digging through all his books that I hadn't read, because one of the things that really drives me nuts is starting a book and not liking it, not liking the author, not liking their style, not liking the story. And I've never found anything from Michael Crichton I didn't like. So. Holy crap, I'm tired. All right. So, ask your questions, drop them below. I will answer them tomorrow. Homework coming in a moment. Don't forget, we do the show every weekday morning, 6:30 a.m. Eastern, live right here on YouTube. You can catch it later at firstcupofjeremy.com or in your podcast app. Now, as you go through your day today, I'm not going to give you homework about books, because that would be strange. I'm not going to give you homework about Bruce Lee movies, because that would be equally strange. But I will give you homework about the homework I tend to give you all. I'm buying time. The homework I give you all tends to be simple, observational. If I remember correctly, I didn't give you homework for the weekend. And my goal with that homework is honestly just to catalyze a thought for the day, that something that I think is going to help me, that hopefully will help at least some of you. Today, I want you to try to consider an opposite point of view on something. Could be politics. I'm not even going to mention any political words, because I'm so sick of the way people discuss and treat politics. But it could be nearly anything else. If you... No, every example I can come up with right now is going to get politicized, and people are going to get annoyed, frustrated. I don't know, I guess I'm not giving you homework today. I'm not going to keep you hanging here while I try to fight through my foggy brain to give you something. What would Bruce Lee do? There you go. How do you think, I'd like you to spend a couple minutes today considering how Bruce Lee would operate in the world today. I'm about to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. And what do you think Bruce Lee what place in popular culture, in martial arts culture, in the world overall, do you think he would occupy if he had not passed away? Do you think he would be the biggest movie star ever? Do you think he would have faded away? Do you think he would have taken the role in popular culture that Chuck Norris occupies? I was actually talking about that with someone yesterday, or the day before. I don't remember when. I was talking about that recently. I wonder if Bruce Lee had stuck around, if Chuck Norris would not be the Chuck Norris that we have. And I find that very interesting. So I'm going to let you go. I hope you have a great day. I'm going to drink like 17 cups of coffee. Try and wake up here. Take care. Peace.